Shalom. This is Calvin Israel, back with another video lesson, giving all praises, honor, power, glory, dominion, majesty, reverence, blessings, worship, love, and admiration to the Most High, Yahweh, and Yahweh only. Double honors, triple honors to Yahweh and Yahweh only. No Bahashim. Understand that? All right. Now today's video lesson is titled Revelation Demolition. All right. Now this is personal, man, because a lot of our people is tied up in this book of Revelation. It's like it be the last chain holding them. It be the last chain to burst. It's really important for us, Yahweh only zealots, to go into this book of Revelation and tear it down. It's really important for us to go into this book of Revelation and expose it as the plagiarism and the fraud that it is, the spit that it is, the mucus and the sickness that it is. All right? It's a great deception. It's one of the greatest deceptions on the earth and on the children of Israel today. All right? And one of my brothers, actually my brother-in-law, and we ran the streets together before the truth, and I came into the knowledge of knowing who we were as a people, knowing that the so-called Negro, so-called Black, so-called African-American, we are the real chosen people of the Most High, the Hebrew Israelites, the real bloodline descendants. And then he came into that knowledge. And then I came into the knowledge, the full truth, that we have to serve Yahweh only as the Hebrew Israelites. That's our main requirement. Exodus 20:3, right? That's the most important commandment, the number one commandment, to serve Yahweh only and to have no other gods. Right? So he was still stuck in there. He was still stuck in the camp doctrine, serving idols shy, and we'll have heated debates and all of that. And he just recently came out of that. Man, all praises to the Most High. And it's a beautiful thing, man. All praises to the Most High. But he's still kind of stuck on this book of Revelation. Right? Even though the RFID chip is not mandatory, they dropped the mandate on the vaccine is not mandatory. So that's not the mark of the beast. So I don't know, what other prophecy in Revelation that they saying is being fulfilled. We talk about it and all of that, but that's just the one. And it's it's not even fulfilled. It's not even in the world yet, Is it probably to come? Yeah, Will it be somewhat of a prophecy fulfilled? Nah, man. Only prophets can make prophecies, and what Revelation is a book written by our arch enemies to deceive us. And they wrote down their plans, their wicked, nefarious plans. Right? And the people, the wicked people, the Edomites that wrote the New Testament and the book of Revelation, these people are still in power today. The Edomite Romans, they just go up under another banner, a different banner, the banner, of NATO. That's the Roman Empire, man. Those are the Edomites, so-called white people, man. Hey, but look, check this out. In this video lesson, you learning from a real Israelite. So we're going to be dropping groundbreaking information. We're going to be revealing real revelation in this video lesson, in this presentation, okay? Yeah, we're going to be revealing the real mystery Babylon the Great, all right? So we're going to be seeing what they talking about. All right. So let's just get right off into it. We got a lot to bring out. We're going to make a part 2, part 3, of course, and keep destroying this thing, man, and bringing our people up out of it and just exposing it and letting our people see the truth of this book. It's all garbage, man. It's written by our enemies, man. All right? And y'all gonna see the spit in it because I'm gonna point it out for y'all. All right? Revelation 14:6. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and to every nation and kindred and tongue and people. Damn, did y'all hear that? All right, let me read it again. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth. So this is the New Testament, supposed to be the new covenant. This is the book of Revelation, right? Revealing end time events, right? Allegedly, right? But in the end times and in the new covenant, we're not going to be preaching no gospel. There's no such thing as an everlasting gospel that never ends, that's going to be preached forever. Hold on. Now we got to go back to the manual. We got to go back to the foundation, right? Is this built right? Well, let's look at the instructions. Let's go to Jeremiah 31:31. Behold, the days cometh, says Yahweh, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Here's the terms and conditions of this new covenant. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was an husband unto them, says Yahweh. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, says Yahweh. I will put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, and will be their God, and they shall be my people. Understand that. And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor. What? And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor. No, we're going to be teaching an everlasting gospel. And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor. Now, what it say? And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, Know Yahweh. For they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, says Yahweh. For I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sin no more. Hey, yo, the Most High is speaking here. The Most High is saying this. Understand that. So the Most High is saying there's no everlasting gospel that's going to be preached in the new covenant. So an everlasting gospel does not exist. You believe it, but it does not exist. It is a lie by the Edomite Romans. And gospel means, in Greek, evangelion. Evangelion in Greek, it means good news of military victory. Around the time the New Testament was being written, man, we was driven out of Israel. What military victory did the Israelites have? Come on, man. This is Rome. Rome had all of the military victories around the 1st century. And to this day, they was blessed with the sword, man. They are Esau. And the Most High is our only help. Understand that. All right? So, yeah. Let's get off into this, man. Let's get off into who is this Mystery Babylon? Right? Revelation 17:3. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. So the beast in Daniel, the 4th beast in Daniel, had 10 horns also. All right, keep that in mind. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness, and of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. All right. Now, you want to know who this Mystery Babylon the Great is? Okay. Some say it's America. Nah. Now, the daughter of Babylon in the scriptures, in the Holy Scriptures, which the Edomites named the Old Testament. Okay, the Holy Scriptures, the daughter of Babylon is America today. Okay. But Babylon the Great is not America. No. No. These writers, these New Testament writers that wrote this originally in Greek, nah. Babylon the Great, Mystery Babylon the Great is not America. Mystery Babylon the Great is not Rome. Mystery Babylon the Great is not the Vatican. No, none of that. Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth, is Israel. That's what these New Testament writers is saying. Can you decode their mystery? Can you figure it out? All right. Well, let me break it down to you. Let me show you. Let me point it out to you. All right. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. All right, now, let's see. Who is arrayed in purple and scarlet? Who? Fine linen. Let's just go and see. Exodus 39:1. And of blue and purple and scarlet, they made clothes of service to do service in the holy place, and made the holy garments for Aaron, as Yahweh commanded Moses. So there we got Israel in purple and scarlet. Here we got the harlot, Babylon the Great, in purple and scarlet, decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. Okay. Who was decked with gold and precious stones? Let's go and see. We go to Ezekiel 16:10. Ezekiel 16:10. I clothe thee also with broided work, and shod thee with badger skin, and I girded thee about with fine linen, and I covered thee with silk, and I decked thee also with ornaments, and I put bracelets upon thine hands, and a chain on thy neck, and I put a jewel on thy forehead, and earrings in thine ears, and a beautiful crown upon thine head. Ooh-wee. And I put a jewel on your forehead, and earrings in your ear, and a beautiful crown on your head. Thus was thou decked with gold and silver, and thy raiment was of fine linen and silk embroidered work. Thou didst eat fine flour and honey and oil, and thou was exceeding beautiful, and thou didst prosper into a kingdom. All right. So Mystery Babylon the Great is Israel. That's what these Edomite writers of the book of Revelation is saying. Can't y'all see it? I mean, they saw it, took it, manipulated it, and wrote the book of Revelation to diss this. They throwing shots at the Holy Scriptures. They throwing shots at the Most High and Israel. Understand that? We go back to Revelation. Revelation 17:4. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. Having a golden cup in her hand. Let's see who else had a golden cup in their hand. All right. Hold on. Wait a minute. Who else had a golden cup in their hand? What was that? That was Jeremiah. Hold on. That's Jeremiah 51. Yeah. Hold on. Jeremiah 51. Jeremiah 51:1. And we're going to see who had a golden cup in their hand, all right? Bear with me, bear with me. Here we go right here. Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon have been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand. Whoa. Babylon have been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand. So, this is referring to Babylon. So, to write a book and to say that Babylon is a filthy harlot that has a golden cup in her hand. No. You can't do that. That's blasphemy. It's the Most High that has the golden cup in his hand. How his cup is going to have a cup? His cup got a cup? Come on, man. Look. Stop with the foolishness. All right? Yeah. Now let's get back to it. No, it's more. Yeah, let's get back to it. All right. Let's go to Revelation. Revelation 18:3. Still speaking about Babylon the Great. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. All right? So, we see that this nation is an harlot. Who else is a harlot? Who is referred to as an harlot in the scriptures? All throughout the scriptures. Jeremiah 2:20. For of old time I have broken your yoke and burst your bands. And thou saidst, I will not transgress when upon every high hill and under every green tree thou wanderest, playing the harlot. Playing the what? Playing the harlot. So there we have Israel being referred to as a harlot, and we all know that. And the daughter of, or, excuse me, Babylon the Great, Mystery Babylon, is also a harlot, right? What a coinky dink. Okay. But wait, it's more. Revelation 18:24. And in her was found the blood of the prophets and of saints and of all that were slain upon the earth. Oh, and in her was found the blood of the prophets. Ooh, that cannot be speaking of any other place other than Israel, because why would it matter in any other place? If you are in any other place as a prophet of Israel, you are in captivity. You are going to be slain. Like, you are put there to be slain. You are put there to be punished. Either way it goes. Even if you're a righteous prophet and you got to bear the iniquity of the wicked. That's just how it went, and that's how it goes. It will only matter about killing prophets is if it's in Israel. That's the only way it would really actually be a great offense. Right? Well, let's go and grab that and see where that happened. Go to Jeremiah 2:30. In vain have I smitten your children. They receive no correction. Your own sword have devoured your prophets like a destroying lion. Ooh. Uh-oh. Mystery Babylon the Great is Israel. Ooh. Revelation. Demolition. Yeah, man. It's getting smoky, man, because of all of the buildings that's fallen in the book of Revelation, man. You know, all of the dust from all of the buildings, man, is just coming up, man. You know, we just destroying this, man. Demolition men. You know, Yahweh demolition men coming through, wrecking it, man. Chill. Going real heavy duty with the scriptures, man. That's what we do, man. Put on your hard hat. Put on your steel-toed boots, man. We go heavy duty with the scriptures. What you talking about? Understand that. Hey, yeah, let's get to it, man. Revelation 17. Yeah. Let's do it again, man. Hey, we gonna make a part 2. Let's do it. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet colored and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. There's no other nation that can really be like a harlot, like other than Israel, because it's like Israel is married to the Most High. So, like, you're the mother of harlots if you're married to the Most High and you're going off fornicating. Yeah, you're the mother of harlots. All right? But, we're going to be redeemed. That's what the scripture says. That's what the Holy Scripture says. Right? But let's see if this is what the book of Revelation says. They hide a lot of stuff, They code a lot of stuff, but we're going to decode it. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints, right? And with the blood of the martyrs of JC. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. And the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell you the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carrieth her, which hath the 7 heads and 10 horns. Now the book of Daniel, the book of Daniel also has a beast. The 4th beast in Daniel 7 has 10 horns. That's where they get it from, okay? And they're going to twist it. Let's keep reading. The beast that thou sawest was and is not. Because that's Israel. All right, and this is written around the 1st century, right? After the 70 CE siege of Jerusalem. So Israel was, and at this time it was written, it was not. The beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into perdition. Ooh. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose name were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world. So when they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is, it is because it still exists in the bottomless pit. But when it comes up out of the bottomless pit to be destroyed and exposed, right? It's going to be exposed that the chosen people name was not really written in the book of life. That's what this is saying. All right, reading on. And here is the mind which has wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth. And there are 7 kings. 5 are fallen. Now 5 has fallen. But in Daniel, 3 has fallen. And one is, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. Wow. Because they know that Israel is always waiting on a Messiah to come. So that's why they say, and the other is not yet come, and when he cometh, he must continue a short space. So, Israel always got someone standing up for us, trying to fight for us, or trying to be our leader, right? And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th and is of the seven, and goeth into perdition. So this beast is going to be destroyed. It's saying Israel is going to be destroyed completely, ultimately. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, okay, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. Okay, so the 10 horns, the 10 kings, give their strength and power to the beast, and they become one mind. So they're together now, okay? They're together. And then they made war. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is Lord of lords and King of kings. And they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. Okay. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. Wait a minute. Look, this is so fake, man. This is what you call replacement theology. They stole this right from Daniel. Look. They stole this right from Daniel. We're going to go to Daniel 7, and we're going to start at 21. I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints. No, made war with the Lamb. Made war with the saints. So you see how this is replacement theology, how JC replaces Israel, replaces the saints. I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints and prevailed against them, until the Ancient of Days came. No, until the Lamb came. Until the Ancient of Days came. No, the Lamb overcame them. Until the Ancient of Days came, and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High. No, it was given to the Lamb. It was given unto the saints of the Most High. And the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom. No, the Lamb possessed the kingdom. The saints possessed the kingdom. All right. Now let's go back and finish destroying this. That's a cut, man. You see how they be doing that? So you know this ain't real. This book of Revelation ain't real. They just stole that from Daniel. Took us completely out of the picture. Took the Most High out of the picture. And replaced everybody with the Lamb. It was the Most High that overcame our enemies. Right? And we got the kingdom. Not JC overcoming our enemies and JC getting the kingdom. Come on, man. The beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into perdition. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was, and is not, and yet is. It is because it dwells in the bottomless pit, right? But it is not established as a kingdom. It's not functioning right now. Like that's what it's saying. If it comes back out of the bottomless pit, it's only to come out of the bottomless pit into perdition to be destroyed. And here is the mind which has wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth. And there are 7 kings. 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, and is of the 7th, and goeth into perdition. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is Lord of lords and King of kings. And they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples, and multitudes, and nations, and tongues. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. Wait a minute. Didn't we just read that JC overcame the beast? Now, just 2 verses down, we read that it's the 10 horns, the 10 kings that overcame the beast and destroyed the beast. Oh, man. Timber, that's another building. That's another building falling, right? Man, this whole place is getting demolished. Revelation is destroyed, man. A lot of people believe this trash, man. Look at this. It don't even flow with its own self, right? It's not even on one accord with its own self. So, did the Lamb overcome the beast and defeat the beast? Or did the 10 horns overcome the beast and defeat the beast and burn her with fire and all that, man? Come on, man. Right? For God has put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and to give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of God shall be fulfilled. So the word of God is already fulfilled, right? Because, right, they saying that the beast is no more. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. All right, so you see how they got their point across. All right, so you know that all fits who Mystery Babylon is. The New Testament writers are saying that Mystery Babylon, right? Babylon the Great is Israel, right? They probably felt that, or word was going around at that time in history that the book of Daniel was written about them, you know, and a lot of our prophecies was written against them, and this is their way of reversing it and throwing shots back, you know. They overpowered us with the sword, and then they took over our scriptures and did what they wanted to do, added, backdated some things to fit in their fictional character. They couldn't really do a lot, because, they couldn't completely just destroy the Torah because it was so widely spread. All they could really do is try to contain it and add on to it and, push it that way as their book together with it. But of course, their book overrides it, right? They're like a new government. They set up a new government in Israel, the New Testament, right? This book of Revelation is trash, man. But why do our people hold on to this book of Revelation so much, man? Like, I'm going to let y'all know in part 2, man. Yeah, I'm going to let y'all know in part 2 why our people hold on to this book of Revelation so much, man. Right? Well, I'm going to let you know. And then I'm going to break it down and destroy it in part 2. It's Revelation 2:9. Revelation 2:9. This is the verse that's really mainly got our people holding on to the book of Revelation, right? And the book of Revelation is pretty much 90% of the time always the last chain. It's either that or how can we atone for our sins? What is our sacrifice? And then we have to show them Hosea 3:4-5. We have to show them that we are the Israelites and we are fulfilling prophecy by abiding in these latter days without a sacrifice. Now we have to break this chain. Revelation 2:9. I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. So our people think this is JC taking up for the real Jews, which are the so-called black people, right? And exposing the so-called white people, the Jewish people, as being the fake Jews that say they are Jews, which are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Actually, no. JC right here is actually talking about so-called black people, the real Jews. Yes, he's calling them the synagogue of Satan. Yes, because in the New Testament, they are pushing a spiritual Jew, a spiritual Jew, a spiritual Israel. Okay, and we're going to prove that in part 2, and part 2 is going to be coming very, very quickly. All right, for real. Not like 2,000 and plus years later quickly, but it's going to be coming real quick. All right. But yeah, JC is saying the synagogue of Satan, the Edomite Romans, is writing for their fictional character JC to say that the synagogue of Satan are the so-called blacks, the real Jews. They are the synagogue of Satan. They say they are Jews, but they do not believe in JC. Okay? He's addressing his own church. Just go back to the verse prior to get a little context. I mean, look. And unto the angel of the church in Smyrna, right? Okay? So it's his 7 churches, his own 7 churches that he's addressing. It's people in his church that he's addressing. Right? So it's like, he know that, like, it's like, oh, you don't believe in me. Right? So we're going to get off into that. Yeah. We're going to get off into that. Because the New Testament is pushing a spiritual Jew. I'm going to go to John. Go to John. Yeah, I got to give it to you now. I'm going to go to John 8:44. Right? Ye are of your father, the devil. Who is he talking about right here? Who is JC talking about right here? Ye are of your father, the devil. Right? And I mean, that would be the synagogue of Satan, right? The house of Satan, the chief house of Satan. Right? If you're his children, you're part of his house, right? I mean, to be his child, I mean, damn. Like, that's even closer than being part of his house, because you can be like his servant and be part of his house, right? But to be his child, you're real close to the devil, man. Ye are of your father, the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abided not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar, and the father of it. And because I tell you the truth, ye believe me not. Which of you convicteth me of sin? And if I say the truth, why do ye not believe me? He that is of God heareth God's words. Ye therefore hear them not, because ye are not of God. That whole spiritual Israel, right? Then answered the Jews. So he said that to the Jews, so the Jews answered. So he's saying what? That the Jews are the children of the devil, the synagogue of Satan. It's the Jews he's talking about. It says it right here. Then answered the Jews. No, then answered the fake Jews. Then answered the Jews. No, then answered the synagogue of Satan. Then answered the Jews. No, then answered Jewish people. Then answered the Jews and said unto him, say we not well that thou art a Samaritan and has a devil? Okay, so he's talking to the Jews. I mean, there you have it. He's saying that the Jews are the synagogue of Satan. There you go. If their father is the devil, they are the synagogue of Satan. It's not hard to piece together. So go ahead and let that book of Revelation go because it's trash. They are pushing a spiritual Israel in the New Testament. Yes, they are. It's right here. You know, I was going to save it for part 2, but we're just going to just run to it real quick. All right. He came unto his own. This is John 1:11. He came unto his own, and his own received him not. But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God, even to them that believeth on his name. So all you got to do is believe on JC and you can become a spiritual Israelite. That's what they're saying. Okay. Which were born not of blood. See? He's giving people the rights to be the sons of God, which were born not of blood. These are not bloodline Israelites. These are not bloodline Jews that he is giving the rights to be the son of God to. Right? Which were born not of blood. There's no way of getting around that. Nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of God. Well, there you have it. No, for real. The New Testament is pushing a spiritual Israel. Romans 2:28. For he is not a Jew, which is one outwardly, like fleshly. Neither is that circumcision, which is outward in the flesh. But he is a Jew, which is one inwardly, because the Spirit is within you. Okay? So, there you have it. They're pushing a spiritual Israel. So, the synagogue of Satan is the real Jews he was addressing. The real Jews that will not bow down to him, or that will not want him to be king over them, right? So to have him king over you is to have Rome king over you, because Rome created him, invented him, right? And he's the mask over the Romans. So you're worshiping him secretly in their occult witchcraft sorcery. You're giving them praise in a demonic, satanic way, in a twisted, deceitful way. So it's very important to repent and come back to the Most High and serve the Most High only. All right? Yes. And we got more coming too. We still got a part 2 coming. What you saying? What you saying? All praises to the Most High. Lift up your hands. Come, Yashala.